Picture two people, same city, same company, same salary, same number of hours in a day. Fast forward 10 years. One of them has investments running in the background, zero financial anxiety, and real options in life. The other one is still stuck, still stressed, still one unexpected bill away from a crisis. Same income, completely different outcomes. So what actually happened? It wasn't a windfall, it wasn't a lucky break. It wasn't some secret investment that doubled overnight. The only real difference between those two people was what they chose to do, or not do, on an ordinary Tuesday. Because wealth doesn't show up dramatically. It builds silently, through habits nobody's watching, repeated across thousands of ordinary days. And here's the hard part. Most people are running habits that work against them every single day without even knowing it. So today, we're going to fix that. Here are 15 daily habits that quietly separate people who build wealth from people who stay stuck. And a few of these are going to land uncomfortably close to home. Let's get into it. Habit 1. Wealth first, lifestyle second. Most people treat saving like leftovers. Pay rent, buy groceries, swipe the card, and then at the end of the month, whatever's left, that's what gets saved. Which is why at the end of most months, there's nothing left. People who build wealth flip this completely. They don't save what's left over. They live on what's left over. The moment income arrives, a fixed percentage moves automatically. No negotiation with yourself, no, I'll start next month. It's already gone before you had a chance to spend it. Think of your financial future like a bill with a due date. You'd find a way to pay a bill on time, wouldn't you? Make your wealth the bill. Make it automatic. Make it non-negotiable. Habit 2. Engineer your environment instead of testing your willpower. Here's something nobody wants to say out loud. Discipline is overrated. Willpower is unreliable. And the people who seem the most financially disciplined aren't fighting their urges harder than you. They've just built a life where bad decisions take more effort than good ones. If your savings account is one tap away from your spending account, you're constantly one weak moment away from undoing your progress. Move it somewhere harder to access. Automate transfers. Create friction, because people avoid friction. That's not a flaw. It's a feature. Design systems where the right decision is also the easy decision, and the wrong one is just inconvenient enough to skip. Habit 3. Track your money without turning it into a punishment. Here's an uncomfortable fact. Most people have no idea where their money is actually going. They have a rough guess, maybe a feeling, but not the real number. And if you're not measuring, you're not managing. You're just hoping. Financially successful people track their money not to restrict themselves, but to stay in control. There's a massive difference between thinking I can't spend this and thinking, is this actually the best use of what I have? One mindset shrinks your life, the other optimizes it. Awareness is where control starts. Habit 4. Create space between wanting something and buying it. Impulse spending isn't about weakness. It's about speed. The decision happens before the thinking does. Rich people slow that process down. They insert a gap, 24 to 48 hours, between the desire and the purchase. Not forever, just long enough for the initial urge to fade. And here's what you'll discover. About half the things that felt urgent at 9 p.m. on Thursday don't matter at all by Saturday morning. The money you didn't spend? Still yours. The item you almost bought? You've already forgotten it. Habit 5. Spend time every single day thinking about growing income. Most financial advice focuses entirely on cutting costs. And yes, tracking spending matters, but you can only shrink your expenses so far before you hit a floor. Income, on the other hand, has no ceiling. People who build wealth aren't just asking, how do I spend less? They're asking daily, even in small ways, how do I earn more? A new skill, a freelance project, a side income, a promotion strategy. You don't budget your way to financial freedom. You grow your way there. Habit 6. Invest consistently, especially when it's boring. This is the habit most people quit too early on, because investing consistently isn't exciting. There's no dramatic moment, no highlight reel. It's just money moving into an account month after month while life happens around it. But the people who stay in the game, through market dips, boring stretches, and moments where nothing seems to be growing, those are the people who eventually look up and realize compounding has done more work than they ever could have manually. Consistency over time beats intensity in a single moment every time. Habit 7. Think in years, not just the next few hours. Survival mode thinking is exhausting. What do I need right now? What fixes today? What feels good in this moment? That lens keeps people reactive and financially stuck. The shift to long-term thinking changes every decision. Not, do I want this today? But what does this cost me across the next 5 years? That car starts looking different. That investment starts looking a lot more interesting. Not because the numbers change, because your frame does. Habit 8. Guard your attention like it's a financial asset. Because it is. Every hour your focus gets stolen by a notification, a scroll session, or background noise is an hour that didn't go toward building something. Focus is what turns knowledge into income, ideas into action, skills into leverage. People who build wealth protect it deliberately. They don't start their morning in someone else's feed. They don't let every ping interrupt a productive stretch. They understand that distraction has a financial cost, even if it never shows up on a bank statement. Habit 9. Learn with direction, not just volume. There's a difference between consuming content and actually learning. Scrolling through finance videos for 2 hours might feel productive. But if none of it is moving you toward a specific skill that increases your value, sales, communication, negotiation, investing, business fundamentals, it's entertainment in disguise. Intentional learners ask one question before they open anything. What skill am I building right now, and does this help? Go deep on fewer things. That's how skills compound. Habit 10. Take full ownership, even when it's unfair. Blame is tempting. The economy, the job market, bad timing, other people. Sometimes those things are genuinely real obstacles. But blame gives you zero power. The moment you decide that your financial situation is your responsibility to solve, regardless of how it started, something shifts. You stop waiting for things to change and start looking for what you can actually do. Responsibility isn't about fault. It's about control. Habit 11. Let your income outgrow your lifestyle. Getting a raise and immediately upgrading your car, apartment, and weekend habits is one of the most common wealth traps in modern life. It feels like progress. It looks like success. But if your expenses scale with your income, the gap between what you earn and what you keep stays exactly the same. Wealthy people delay lifestyle upgrades. They let the gap between income and spending grow, and that gap is exactly where wealth accumulates. Habit 12. Choose your circle like it's a financial decision. Because it is. The people you spend the most time with shape what feels normal to you. If everyone around you normalizes living beyond their means, talking about why building wealth isn't realistic for people like us, and spending impulsively, that will quietly become your normal too. Surrounding yourself with people who think bigger, invest seriously, and challenge you financially isn't elitist. It's strategic. Start before you feel ready. Ready is a feeling that almost never arrives on schedule. Your brain is designed to keep you comfortable and safe, not rich. Every time you think, I just need a little more time, a little more information, one more month, that's not strategy. That's fear speaking in a calm, reasonable voice. Action creates clarity. Starting messy creates momentum. The person who opens an investment account with $50 this week and figures it out as they go will always be further ahead in a year than the person who spends that year preparing to start. Build systems that work even when you don't feel like it. Motivation shows up some days and disappears on others. If your financial progress depends on motivation, it will always be inconsistent. Build structures that run without your emotional state needing to cooperate. Automatic investments, scheduled transfers, separate accounts for separate purposes. When the system is in place, bad days don't derail you. You're still building while everyone else is waiting to feel motivated again. Habit 15. Play a long enough game to let compounding actually work. Wealth that lasts isn't built in one dramatic moment. It's built across thousands of small, ordinary, unsexy decisions that most people will never see or celebrate. The growth is invisible for a long time, and that's exactly when most people quit. Stay in the game long enough for the invisible work to surface, because it will. Here's the truth. None of these habits require a higher salary, a lucky break, or some inherited advantage. They just require a decision, made daily, made consistently, made even when it doesn't feel like much. Start with one, just one. And if this changed the way you see wealth today, then share it with someone who needs to hear it, like it so more people find it, and subscribe, because we've only just started, and where we're going next is going to hit even harder. The next video is already on your screen. I'll see you there.